Hey y'all, I am Terry P, and today I am going to be doing some study. It's going to be a study day pretty much. This was the day I usually go to do some volunteer work. However, I woke up and I just was not feeling great at all. I didn't sleep well last night, so nervous system was pretty out of order last night and into this morning. So I decided I'd take a day off from volunteering, have a very, very slow morning. I cared for myself with some tea and with my sea moss and just kind of meditated, reflected on life, all the things. And so today what I'm going to do is have a study day. Now I have the days kind of the hours in the day apportioned out. I am starting with my herbalism study. And really what I'm doing is refreshing a class that I took last year. And when I took the class, it was a thought. I wanted to learn a little bit more about herbs and kind of maybe what they do or how to make tinctures, things like that. But I was not as serious into coming into the practice of herbalism. And so I am refreshing that class. I'll be reviewing some of my study materials. These study materials are not related to the class. And they're pretty heavy, so I'll take a little bit of time. But the way I have the time portioned out is I'll do an hour of study on herbalism, and then I'll take a break, and then I have my other class, my spiritual class that I'm studying for, that I'll take an hour to study for that, and then I'll take a break, and then I have my worship meeting tonight, and I'll study for that for about an hour. And so total today, I am allotting 3 hours, but within breaks because I am not the type of student that can study all the way through and try to really maintain anything or retain, I should say, anything. So I'm going to give it an hour, take a break, another hour, break, another hour, break, and not worry about doing anything else, all the other things that need to be done. I have some herbs coming in today, so I might be real excited about that. That might take my attention away for a little bit. But however, this is what the plan is: not to do laundry, not to do, whatever the things, but to study 3 hours for the day. All right, y'all. I hope you have a great day. So the class was a good refresher. I'm making note of some key terms that I really needed to make sure I have an understanding of as it pertains to herbalism. Also, there was some common tincture recipes that I wanted to keep note of because it's pretty much an everyday thing that can be helpful. Here's what I made my notes on. Also, the class was very easy to understand. I liked the herbalist who conducted the class. Herbalism, I think, marries well with, or it can marry well with medical um, practice and can be very much a support for some of the common issues that we deal with, and maybe even not so common issues that we deal with today in the society that we live in. Some of the things that we eat, even if we modify that, then we can make good support for our own bodies to do some healing. So I'm doing a little bit of different kinds of study, as I said, and just taking time, even a little bit of time in the evening to get some of my studies done before I go to bed so that I can kind of be thinking on those things. You know how you think about things at nighttime when you're sleeping. And just putting some thought into my education and putting some time into my education because we never stop, never ever stop learning. There's always some, even if there's things that we already knew, the reminders can be put before us and we can conduct ourselves in such a way that we have taken in whatever the knowledge is that we have taken in and not just let it go in from one ear through to the other ear. So here I am just doing a little bit more even of the study for my spiritual class, which I'm looking forward to coming up at the end of the month. Um, I'm excited to be a student at the age of 53. Obviously, it's different from me being a student when I was younger, but now I think I can hold more wisdom.